back when you're back.
Okay, perfect.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, let's see. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. So, as we wait for everybody to join, comment below how your day is going. Comment below what kind of obstacles you are facing currently, and we can kind of tackle them as a group. Hi, Donnya. Let's see. She is coming on now. So, everyone, just 1 second. Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Let
Let me just move this back.
I think I have my Bluetooth speaker on, so let me get that off.
Hey. Yeah, I think you might have the Bluetooth
Are
on.
you in a good internet section?
Yes, I should be. It's been spotty.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Well, hello. Good afternoon to you.
You as
So
well.
tell me, you pronounce your name Donnya, right? Donnya?
Perfect. Yes,
No.
this is Donnya.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So everyone, please say hello to Donnya. She
Hello.
is, we've never met before, so thank you so much for joining Best Friend Central. Like I said before, I am Carrie Diaz, the founder here at a very special, positive, vibe-driven retail space that is, we say it's more than fashion, far beyond retail.
Yes.
And part of that is having special people like you joining us and just kind of breaking life down for everyone and showing the realness and showing the obstacles and the successes and all the things. So everybody, this is Donnya. She is a motherhood and lifestyle influencer and the CEO and owner of Yuma, right? Did I say that right? Which is a fashion forward diaper bag brand. And whenever I see your feed, it's always just like a mixture of positive and real, and I'm doing this and join me, and I love that. And so that's why I asked you to join. So welcome.
Yes, and thank you for having me. I actually look forward for this because there's so much going on with the family and the kids, and so I'm like, let me just get a little chat, get on a little girls chat with you. So this is great.
I love that. Yeah, and like I said, your feed to me, it's like always like a little glimpse of all those things combined, and it shows. And I can imagine as a CEO starting a new business, having the kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 2, and 4 and 2 years old, so it's a lot.
Yeah, so it's constant. It's just you're on the move all day. I have one's almost 13 and one's almost 4, so kind of a different, but it's still the same. It's still always something. Someone's always calling you for something, you know, while you're trying to make things happen.
Exactly.
Right?
Always.
Yeah. So all the struggles are so real, and when I go on your feed, how do you blend all those together? How do you blend them so you know, and stay positive and stay motivated and keep your eyes on the goal?
You know what's crazy? Because we always hear about balancing it all, you know, but as honestly, in reality, you can't really balance everything all at once, you know? You kind of have to prioritize a certain task at that moment, you know? So it's either Your kids might just be in the background watching TV while you're in a meeting, like right now, or they're taking a nap. So you have to literally prioritize your time and have a schedule in place that'll literally make everything flow. It's really difficult to do everything all at once, of course. Like I remember the other day, I was packing orders and doing everything, but my husband and the kids were hungry. So it was just like, not to stop to make them food, you know? So um, there's no such thing as balancing. You have to prioritize whatever that task is at that moment and then check it off and move on to the next thing. That's literally what it's like being a
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah. Do you live by the checklist?
I it's all mental. It's crazy because I buy so many
Okay.
planners. They look so cute in Marshalls. I buy so many planners, but I never use it. I think I'm just a really good mental jotter and I just get it down. But I do know like throughout the day, like especially early morning before the kids are awake, I have a lot of things to do. Like I'll work out from 6 to 7, and then I go through my emails from 7 to 8. I do those things before the
Right.
kids wake up, and then everything else just flows, of course.
Yeah. Do you kind of have I don't know how you keep it in your head, because if I don't have a checklist, I just forget things,
Yeah.
or I feel like also too when I have that checklist, I get way more done in
Yeah.
general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it kind of helps me see, because I think when we're all women that have so much to do, it's like more than you can do in a day.
Yeah,
We kind of come down hard on ourselves when
we do.
we're not doing enough or we don't check off all the things. So
Mm-hmm.
I find like it kind of keeps me in check about what's
Oh, yeah.
reasonable, about.
And you're right. You're right. Because I think for the past 2 weeks, I kept missing this one reoccurring appointment that I have every Monday at 9:30. And I'm like, crap, I thought it was at 10. Like, I've just been slacking the past 2 weeks because, like, I haven't written it down and I would normally do that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing about motherhood and juggling everything. You will have your down moments. Because I feel like I haven't been up to par as I normally am. So yeah, I need to get back to writing things down in a planner, definitely for sure.
That's because your normal like on par is like way up here,
Yeah.
girls, way up here. So when we're not feeling like we're way up here,
Mm-hmm.
it's like we have to remember to check in.
Yeah.
And sometimes, what I tell people to do is keep those. Well, you don't make a list, but for people that make a list, keep the list of all, crossed off of all the
Yeah.
things. So every once in a while, you look and say, wow, like in my mind, I'm thinking about all the things I didn't do,
Mm,
but look at all the things that I actually did do.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot, and we don't give ourselves credit for that.
Yeah, we don't. And even just the simple things of having that, like the kids eating. I used to get kind of down on myself that I didn't make a gourmet meal, but my
Yeah.
kids just want a peanut butter jelly sandwich. They ate for the day. They're satisfied. I got it out the way really quick. We are good. And the kids don't see that. They just see that, hey, mom gave me a sandwich. But for us, we're like, wow, I'm not giving my kids something more glamorous and nutritional,
Right.
but they're okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it's sort of like the big picture, right? I guess having
Hmm.
had one that's almost 13 now, that never changes. Like the need to want to provide and be perfect with everything, it doesn't change, but sort of like the realistic version of life, like you said, where you're fed, you're happy,
Hmm.
everybody can move on with the day. It becomes like what are the priorities? And
Definitely.
after you've gone past that sort of toddler phase, you kind of, yeah, it's like I can look back and think, oh my gosh, like I used to make battles out of certain things, and
Mm,
now I just know, okay, like really, like is that the most important part of
right.
it? Am I focusing on the wrong part?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes it gets being perfect. I have a friend, she's a mom and she's an organizer and podcaster, and she's just
Oh,
crushing
wow.
it. Yeah, I don't know how she does it, but she always says done is better than perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
I love
And
that.
I kind of used to struggle with that,
Hmm.
because it's like, well, if I want to do something, I want to do it and I want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
but I'm a little bit more lenient now about, you know, when you have your own business and your kids and sometimes other jobs and just other goals that you want to do. I think so far my favorite post from you is where you said, you're like gonna make pancakes. You like making pancakes when you planned on working out.
Literally happened in the moment, not even joking. Like, I was like, Tom, take a photo of me right now because I was just gonna work out, but I'm making pancakes. And then he took the photo for me. But that's literally what life is. And then my son, he kept asking for it too. I'm like, yeah, let's just have pancakes and eggs and go all out. Let's just go for
Yeah.
it.
Don't you love those moments where you kind of give in to that childlike lust for life,
Yeah.
right? Where they're just, let's just have pancakes right now, and you know, and it is fun to just lean into that. And but I don't know, that post has stuck with me like since you posted it, like for sure, like a solid week, because I was just like, that is so amazing, you know, because it just shows, you know, to give yourself grace sometimes, you know, to just have fun and not be so hard on ourselves. And sometimes we do need to eat pancakes instead of working out. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it.
It's facts. Like seriously. And I think that was like 2 weeks ago. And I'm working out now, so I got the workout in. But yeah, you definitely can have those days where you just, you know, take like a cheat day, they call it. But yeah, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. I think they call that sort of like building up your positive reserves. So, you know, when you kind of hit a wall or you kind of come up against something difficult or a hard day, or just like, you know, some days are just crappier than others. You have those reserves built up in yourself that you can kind of pull from versus kind of always running on empty and not really allowing yourself those moments of joy. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And honestly, I really appreciate this conversation in general because I have been feeling very down and I've been really hard on myself this whole week. And so, yeah, I feel like this is just at the right time because I was like, you know what? I'm so done with parenting. I literally been tired of cooking all week. Like I'm so over it. But and just like you were saying, I just can't keep getting hard on myself, and you know, it's just I'm doing my best. So that's all that matters.
You're doing your best. You're doing your best, and you know, right now it's temporary. It's not always going to be like that.
Right.
You know, and I think we forget, those of us that are just juggling so many things and we have these big goals and we have these busy lives, it's hard to forget that sometimes things are temporary. Whether they're good or bad, they're temporary. And I know that helps me thinking, like when it's been, like you said, where it's like, God, I'm just so tired of being in this kitchen cooking meal after meal. Or there's next week is going to be amazing for you. It's going to be so much better.
Thank you.
So
I hope the same thing for you.
I hope so too. I've had a couple rough weeks, and but yeah, I'm just keeping my chin up, and I know I've been saging my space, and I've been, you know, meditating and manifesting what I want, and you know, always putting out positive energy, and you know, being here to help make other people feel good and happy. And things, you know, the world is definitely shifting right now for sure. So
it is. And I love that you say that you pour into other people because it's in the moment, especially when we're going through our own problems, we expect people to come to us, but it's weird how it works out. But when we're serving others and pouring into others and being positive to others, our burdens become a bit lighter, you know. It's not as bad as it may seem, and it's just kind of refreshing to help and lift somebody else up, you know. So that's amazing that you do that.
You gave me chills. You just gave me the chills because it's so true. It's so true. Poison Moms, she said she's crushing on your afro right now. I love that. Me too. Me too.
Listen, my hair is huge. It's just like I feel like it's not even in the screen. I have to move back a little
No,
bit.
it's in the screen. It's in the screen. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, because on mine it's like halfway, so it's like half of my afro's cut.
No, we see it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let me check on the time because I know. Okay, so it's 12:45. We got 15 minutes. So if
Yeah.
anybody has questions we can talk about or talk to that is specific to you, just jump down there, write something down there in the comments. We're here. We're here for all of you. I do these talks a lot because I think it's important for everybody to know that no one's alone. Like there are people out
Right.
here that want to help, that want to listen, that want to be a resource. That's where I found you. Donnya was on
Yeah.
Clubhouse. It was new to me.
Oh my.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and I just heard you on there and you were just asking questions, and I just thought, damn, that is so awesome. Like she's just really putting herself out there to
Yeah.
learn, to, be vulnerable for her business, for the success of her business. And I don't know, I was just really moved by that. So
Yeah, that
someone's
it's
asking there.
I need to hop back on Clubhouse. It's been a while. I don't know about you, but it's like I don't get that excitement anymore to get on there, but I mean, it's an amazing resource to connect with people and get those, questions answered. I mean, it's phenomenal. But I kind of want to go back to what you said about it's better to get the job done, than
Yeah.
perfect. Because it goes back to, my business because I feel like I'm always trying to be a perfectionist, and there's things that kind of hold me back, and especially for people who want to start their business, but they're trying to make it perfect when you could have started the business like last year. It's a
Mm-hmm.
learning process, so it's best to just go for it, start it, and you learn throughout the way. And almost every business owner I know, they've made mistakes. As long as you're
Mm-hmm.
on that path, just go for it and just
Yeah.
keep learning.
Well, I don't know how much we have a question down there. Let me pull it up by Poised Moms. She asked, how do you deal with imposter syndrome as a mom trying to build a business? And I think we both can really speak to definitely helpful things. If you want to answer that question first, and then, I can
Yeah.
jump in afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think I deal with imposter syndrome. It's more so of insecurities, I guess, because in the diaper bag industry, there's so many diaper bag brands, and I just kind of shied away of the fact of like, let me just pop my face on, and just share my story, or even, just share me on the brand. I didn't think I could do that or that I should. I just wanted to be just the brand and keep me separate from it. I was a bit insecure about it because of my appearance, honestly, which
Are you?
sucks that I even put my. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if someone would want to see me on there. I don't know. It's weird. It's just an insecurity that I have of just being. It's one of those things of just being a Black woman. Let me just say that. I didn't
Okay.
think that I could do that, but once I have and shared my stories, I actually got more traffic to the brand, which was amazing. I'm like, yo, it's just perfectly fine. Because within the diaper bag industry, I think I'm the only like Black mom brand. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
so I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, but
No,
it ended up
yeah.
working out.
That can be
Yeah,
very intimidating, I'm sure.
yeah,
Um, and when I kind of come across something like that in business, like for this business example, because this isn't my first one, but it is a different approach in that I'm trying to teach people to heal from the
yeah,
outside in, to
yeah,
heal using something as frivolous as clothing, let's say, to
yes.
heal sort of psychological, emotional issues that we hold on to, or even just promoting friendship and promoting
Hmm.
community with each other.
Yeah,
And sometimes you feel like you're the only one sort of advocating for what you're doing. You're the only one sort of shouting out and trying to like disrupt what, the industries that already exist, or trying to make positive change. And
mm,
when I start to question like the difficulty of that, I think back to Sarah Blakely, who is the woman that started Spanx.
mm,
And she speaks very much to, if like the feedback she got early on about this doesn't make sense, like nobody's doing this, you know, just kind of like all this pushback to her business venture. And so she says that that's how she knew she was doing something right, because nobody else was doing it. And she was solving a problem and offering something to, you know, there was always going to be an audience for that. Like if she needed it, then somebody else needs it. And I think that's what I try to remember when I have doubts about anything, or I have, like when I start to feel like maybe, am I doing the right thing? Can I do this? Like, who am I to speak to this? Or that's what I think about. Well, if I need this, then there's other people that need this too, because we're never alone in our struggles as human beings. And so hopefully, does that answer your question about imposter syndrome a little bit?
Yeah.
And also too, while she answers that, I have to tell you, like, do not ever doubt, like, we want to see your face, Donnya, on there. Like, you are one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. So do not even question that. Like, you just light it up. You just light it up. So just know that. And I'm just going to take, I'm just going to take notes from you, and maybe together we can, like, be those mom voices that, yes, you can start a business. Pretty much my whole career, I have worked for women entrepreneurs, and this goes back into the 90s. And so, yes. And so if anybody has other questions, or maybe like we can have a weekly sort of live about these topics, because I have learned so much from other women entrepreneurs. And one thing I will say is, wow, like, women entrepreneurs are so powerful.
Oh, yes.
So powerful.
It's amazing. And it just stems into the opportunities that you have for other women entrepreneurs, whether you can hire some or even just be that inspiration for little 13, 14-year-olds, like, wow, I can start my own business. You know, like, it just, it changes everything. It's amazing.
So we have a couple more minutes. I do want to answer more questions if anybody has more questions, but also too, something you answered when our sort of like a little bit of prep work for the IG Live, was that female friendship has placed you in the right rooms, and that in ways that it's built your confidence to go for your goals and given you that sense of sisterhood. And so can you speak more to that?
Yeah. I can honestly probably like 2-3 more minutes, but it actually goes back to Clubhouse too. Like, when it first started, there was so many rooms on women empowerment, women in business, or even just mom chats, just to vent about your day as a mom. There was just so many of those. And like you stated, I just went off of that app and followed them and formed relationships with those people on Instagram. And even when it came to just everything I did with my platform, my brand, my personal brand on my page, I didn't have any friends out here in Louisiana, but it wasn't until I started influencing where I met some here in the city, and we just get together all the time. And we feed into each other as well. Like, there's a friend of mine who's great with Pinterest, so I was able to learn a little bit more on how to, you know, build my platform over there on Pinterest, you know. And there's another one who has resources here in Louisiana. So it's like you kind of hinder your growth when you don't have friendships, when you're not reaching out to people, because it's like there's people out there waiting to pour into you, into your goals, you know, who are willing to help you. And it's amazing how it works out, because there's always, I mean, I'm very religious, like, I believe in God, and I feel like this person was supposed to be here at this moment, at this right time, you know, because it just doesn't, it's not a coincidence how this person has this resource, has this knowledge, and you just happen to meet them, you know. And it was like the answer that you needed. But yeah, I love female friendships for sure.
That is a beautiful thing. And I think many of us are, you know, like you said, we're starting to not hinder ourselves and starting to lean into those female friendships. And so that's probably an amazing place to end. Other than here in the shop, we have posters of famous women, very famous women, with quotes that I've chosen. And the one that you chose, which was don't give up on yourself,
Yeah.
Diane Keaton said that.
I love that.
And so we can sort of just kind of end with that as a
Mhm.
nice quote for everyone here today or anyone that watches this in the future.
Yes.
Please don't give up on yourself and lean into those female friendships and reach out and ask for what you need, and we will show up. So
Yes.
I can't wait to do this again with you. I know you have to hop off, so we will connect offline. And everybody watching, just kind of stay connected because we, I think, have started a really good thing. And I can't wait to see the conversations that we can have from here. So, Donnya, have a beautiful day. Have a blessed day. I'm so grateful for you. And we will talk soon.
Yeah, likewise. Have a good one and keep doing this. This was awesome. Like, seriously.
I will. Bye, everybody.
Bye, you guys.